Here are some dimensions for this support block which holds the bottom in place. I've taken I've put a notch in the leg. It's 16 millimeters high. It's 12 millimeters from the bottom rail. So that's 28 millimeters to the bottom of that. If you go over here, this is the bottom. It's 16 millimeters, and I've started the taper 60 millimeters in, so it's the width of the leg. It's 12 millimeters out here. This is the bottom panel, and this is the end view of the support block. It's 12 on this side, 16 there, so they add to 28, which will come to the bottom of that slot. That's the support block there. You can see. This is one of the bottom panels. I've tapered out the end down to about 12 millimeters thick, and it's about the width of the leg. So that's the back piece, starting with the front here. The middle section, and this is the back section. That middle section floats, but I'm just counting on the end block here to keep it centered. There we go, that's the right length. Tap the other end in. Just tap them in flush. And the bottom is mostly, and I still have a peg to go in the front. The back is going to shrink quite a bit, so I'll let everything shrink. I'll peg the front and let everything shrink forward, and then I'll drill the back maybe next year when it shrinks to size. Okay, I got the chest drilled out in 3 spots. I clamped a block on here, and I will drill right through the lid. That should protect the lid from chipping out. Extend this drill bit Oh, that's going to hit the side. Okay, forget that plan. Okay, this drill chuck is very close to the side, so I'm just going to try and mark the bottom. That should do it. Oh, a tiny scuff, that's okay. Now I'll do the other 2, and I'll just take this off and drill it on the bench. Okay, now I'm going to drill the lid. Put a backing piece on there so when it breaks through it shouldn't tear it too badly. This is the back one here. This one actually I was able to drill most of the way through it. I just have to finish it up. And that came through the top nice and clean. Right, I'm going to put a bit of glue on these pegs. Everything's drilled out. I put in the other side, oh, it's not in the shot, there's a peg started in the hole to keep it lined up, so just going to start out by putting a bit of glue inside. And this is all that holds the lid on, 3 pegs, so. All right, wish me luck. Okay, I'm happy with that. 2 more to go. Putting the pegs in the rails, I've drilled these all the way through and they go into the 45 on the leg. So I've got some pegs here. These are white oak. They're a little stronger than the red oak. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to chisel off the saw marks on the end of them and then just file a little 45 on them. Now when I install them, I'm not quite driving them flush. They're a little bit above the surface, and I'm just putting a bit of glue inside here. Then I shouldn't have any cleanup to do. That's it. Okay, I'm just sealing this up with a coat of shellac, and then I'm going to the nice thing is that just dries so quick. I'm going to run some 320 sandpaper over it after this, and I'll put some oil on it. This kind of holds on to all the fuzzy grain so you can sand it off. put some shellac on this. I spent quite a bit of time sanding it. So the final thing is just some oil. That's linseed oil. It won't soak in as much now because the shellac sealed up a lot of that. Guess I didn't quite get those corners cleaned out. Okay, that brings some color back to it. Good.